Hello and welcome to this overnight taste challenge. Dawn is on the way, but not here yet. I have two 40% alcohol espadin mezcals, and this is the last of the mezcal competitions for this year, 2025. This is Xicaru Reposado, introduced in 2013. Company founded in 2011, but I think it didn't hit the market until 2013. That's when the trademark was first used. It is from a company called Xicaru. And from what I can tell, nope. From what I can tell, it's still still an independent company today. It is aged 2 to 4 months in used American oak barrels and is double distilled. Here is Del Maguey Vida Single Village Mezcal. This is produced in Puebla for the Del Maguey company. They said what happened was back in 2016, they weren't able to produce enough product. So they started this pretty clever program where they would farm out production to different villages in Mexico, independent mezcal producers, and they would give them credit for at least the town. All right. So they're both, come on, I don't know what you want. So let me fix this rug. So they are both espadin mezcal. They use espadin, the most common mezcal, agave. Got to work around this kitten. Come on up here. Let's see. Let me get the labels correct. Okay, that goes with this one here. I had to use a different cork because the cork on this one broke. Come on, calm down. This one has a rubber stopper, so I don't have to worry about cork problems. It's neoprene, synthetic rubber, but still type of rubber, rubbery substance. Now, you know you're not going to drink a mezcal, kitten. You'd be dead, but she wouldn't drink it anyway. I don't know what you want. You have food, you have water. And anyway, I don't know what's happening here. So will I be able to tell them apart? Well, I've had difficulty telling these things apart, especially espadin versus espadin, Joven versus Joven. But I've even had trouble telling Joven from the Reposado because I don't find it makes that much of a difference. I don't see it if it is. Here's the Xicaru website. Oh, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I couldn't, this is a Thanksgiving Day broadcast. Couldn't even get that out of my head because of this cat. You want to go out the room? All right. So there's the Xicaru website. They ferment it in line vat. They age it 2 to 4 months, between 2 and 4 months, I guess, depending on the and X or used American oak barrels. I don't know what kind of oak barrels. You want to go out? All right. What's happening? Usually she's a little more calm. Yeah, go. It should be crying to come back in. Okay. Here's the mezcal Vida Puebla from a single town. They didn't say a single distillery, though. You notice they didn't put a space between Puebla and Pueblas. From Axocopan, Puebla. The Puebla is the state. Come on in, then. Come on. Oh, well. I'm going to let her cry. I don't care. I got to fix one more thing and then I can do this. Oh, man. Put on the bigger lamp. All right, now. Come on. Yeah, that's it. You're staying in here. You can cry the whole time. Oh. So this one is a little yellowish, but it's minimal, but it's there. It's got a little yellow thing going on with it. The main thing, she doesn't want the door closed. I got the heater on, it's making the room warm, but she wants it open like it normal, where she can run back and forth. Now, you were being so peaceful laying down on the carpet earlier. That was nice. Okay. Little smoke. No smoke. Now, I got tricked on the last one because all right, I'll just be cold, that's all. What can I do? There's your whole problem. She wants the door open because it's closed. She don't like it closed, but now I got to be cold. All right. It's about 46 degrees here. That might sound not cold to you, but to me it's cold. You know, Louisiana, I'm not used to cold. We don't like cold. Some people do. All right. Sorry about that disruption. Try it again. I got fooled last night because I said that there was a smoky one, and I thought it was the Xicaru. I mean, barely smoky, you see. Turns out it was the Oyo de Tigre. So these things are tough. This one got that little shade of smoke. This one might have earthiness, but I would say the differences are minimal. What about the price point? Yeah, they're both running about $30. I think the Xicaru was $32.99 and the Vita was about 30 $32.99. I think they were both about 30 yeah, I don't totally recall, but around $30, give or take, because these I noticed the liquor stores, the liquor outlets, because we get liquor at grocery stores here in Louisiana, but their prices will change quite a bit. One store will have something $32, the next one have the same product for 28. I found a mezcal last week that was $25.99. Even though the sticker, the tag, what they call it, the price tag, yeah, price tag said 30 something. It rang up $25.99. Well, I wasn't going to argue with that. All right. Taste. Earthy, agave. If you don't know what agave tastes like, it's hard to explain it. Think along the lines like bell pepper, kind of peppery, vegetable tasting. See, that's the whole thing. She wanted that door open so she could roam back and forth. But the fact that it was closed was just totally upsetting to the kitten. Me being cold, she doesn't care. Honestly, the smokiness is negligible here. There's really no meaningful difference. I mean, at first you think so, yeah, but then you keep sipping it and you're like, nah, not really. Nose of bright fruit and florals with soft texture, a hint of green herbs, poblano peppers, and savory notes of roasted agave. Well, peppers, yes. It says Del Maguey Company from 1995 to 2023. So I guess it's a 2023 bottle. Although I bought it. Yeah, it is. It's now see, I like companies that do this. They tell you exactly when it's done. June 8th, 2023. That's when it was bottled. The other one, most companies, it's like a big mystery. I'm not saying it should be a regulation, but it certainly would be convenient. Okay, for them to put that on all the bottles. This one, I don't think you could figure it out. It might have a code for them in case it was a recall or whatever, but for the average consumer, no, it says bottle number, and then it's got apostrophe 23-74,899. Okay, I guess this means it was from 2023, and it was the 74,899th bottle. And it looks like it's handwritten with a pen, but it could be a computer program that makes it look handwritten. I don't see how they could sit there and handwrite 74,899 bottles, but maybe they just write it each time. But that seems far-fetched. They got those automatic pens that things that they use. Okay, so final assessment. They both are medium bodied. They both finished dry, although there's sugary flavor in the taste. There's a sugary nature to it. I would recommend both, but I would say just your best bet would be shop and price, honestly. So if Vida was $1 less, I get the Vida. If the Xicaru was $1 less, I get the Xicaru. That's how it shakes out. Now the one I bought for $25.99 last week, I was shocked because it's a Reposado version of another one I have. What is it? Not Luminar. I don't know. I've got so many, but whatever. It was I had the Joven, and then I bought the Reposado, and then maybe I'd like to do that for all of these, like get all the Vida versions, get the Añejo for Xicaru and everything. But then I keep finding new products, and I'm like, oh, let me check that out, and I go to a different company, and I never really revisit the company I started with. But I did buy the Reposado version of one of the ones that I've got. All right, so can I tell them apart? It's questionable. I'll give one more sip, then I'm just gonna basically give up. That's the pepper. They said like peppers, although it contains no pepper flavoring or anything. I think this is the Vida. It is. Okay. All right. The tasting notes were correct. It said poblano peppers. I don't know what those are. I don't know if I ever had a poblano pepper, but I may have. Is that the ones they stuff in the chile relleno? Maybe. They're really good. But anyway, I did get it correct. So I think I got it right most of the time in this Taste Challenge series. Although I did have a few failures where I got it wrong, maybe, but I think it was 3 times. Now, starting this weekend, not tomorrow, but starting Saturday, God willing, we're making a turn back to the starting point, and we're going to rye whiskey. And some people hate it, but a lot of people like rye whiskey. So if anybody, before I stop this, I'm about to already walked half a mile in that cold, and that is that wind that was killing me. But now I got to go walk an entire mile. If anybody wants to see what's coming up as far as the showcase rye whiskey that's going to challenge every other rye whiskey I have, let me know now. So I can show you the rye whiskey going once, the rye whiskey going twice. Go. David Garlipeed said, yes, those are the peppers that are stuffed in Mexican restaurants. Oh, poblano peppers and the chile rellenos. No, I love those. I can't get tired of eating those, especially when they got the ground meat in them. But they're good with just the cheese. So that had the tasting notes on the bottle, put that in my mind, you see, and that kind of tipped me off, which is good because that means the tasting notes are accurate. So anybody want to see the rye whiskey coming up? Yes? No? Okay. Well, anyway, you'll see it because it's coming up. And that whiskey was a bit of a shock to see it on the shelf at Total Wine & More. I've never seen it in my town, not even at Walmart. But there are some rye whiskeys at Walmart here, but not too many. I don't think it really has much of a market in this part of Louisiana. It's mostly a Crown Royal town, to tell you the truth. But and I saw a bunch of Hennessy in the stores this week, starting this week with the holidays. I thought Hennessy had died out in popularity, but I saw people at the checkout with big handle bottles of Hennessy. I said, well, I guess it's still popular, but maybe just for the holidays. I don't know. I don't track it. I don't track the sales. Okay. Well, anyway, see everyone. See all you viewers. Oh yeah, that's what I think. I do prefer the Vida. You know what? I think I would recommend the Vida over the Xicaru, although I like both. Yeah, I'm gonna give Vida the win. Okay, so thanks for watching, everybody, and see y'all Saturday. Like I said, that's the plan with rye whiskey, Kentucky straight rye whiskey versus all the rest, most of which are from Kentucky. Most of the ones I own are from Kentucky, but not all, but most. So long, folks.